Let's talk to Scott calling in from Pennsylvania. Scott, what's going on?
Hi, am I on?
You are live on Truth Wanted. Scott, what's good?
I heard the argument that they were just talking about, oh God, and now I'm nervous, so I'm losing my words. About
You're good.
Tuning argument.
Yeah.
I hear that argument, and that just prompted me to call because that is the most ridiculous argument of all.
I agree.
The universe is not fine-tuned for us. We have evolved into a universe to adapt to what is actually there. And when people say, well, if some of the laws of physics were slightly different at the Big Bang, well, then the universe wouldn't be able to support life like us. Well, of course it wouldn't be able to support life like us. It would support other life.
Yeah.
And we would not be there. And it's just amazing to hear people think that everything is fine-tuned to us, where we evolved into a world that was just not perfectly created, terribly flawed in many ways. I mean, there's not a lot of places on this planet we can live. There's not a lot of places in this universe we can live. But we evolved into that world. So the whole idea of the fine-tuning argument is just so effing ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just drives me crazy. And that's all I wanted to call in and talk about.
That's it? That's all you want to call it about? That's funny. No, Scott, I agree with you. It's like, it's an argument from analogy. It's just this philosophical kind of what if. There's nothing demonstrable in the fine-tuning argument. Absolutely nothing. It has the veneer of science because it uses these observations, right? And science is all about observations. And it's like, look, this
barely has the veneer of science. It's
dressed up in science. It's dressed up in the scientific language. It's like, oh, look, statistically, this could only happen in 1 in a million chance that, we're on Earth and we're going around the sun and we're in this part of the universe and stuff. And it's like, I get it. Like, we're unusual in our circumstances, but something being unusual does not mean it's designed, and you have to have a mechanism for the design. You just have to. There has to be a way that it could happen in order for that to even make sense. If we're talking about lottery winners, okay, just because somebody wins the lottery doesn't mean that they didn't, because it would be weird otherwise. Like, somebody has to win. It has to happen.
Yeah, they think something magical happened because they won. No, they just won. And people talk about, okay, well, let's say the universe, I don't believe necessarily that the universe is cyclical and keeps repeating itself, but let's say it was, and let's say there have been 1 trillion universes before ours, and this is the only one where life evolved in it. Well, guess what? We're here. We won the lottery.
Yeah.
There's no...
I understand.
Magic. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. It's like, I know the caller wasn't quite making that point yet, and I know he would probably be like, oh, we didn't really get into the arguments, but like, if you're going to pretend like, like experts who've been studying their lives on this stuff are really going to support your case, that's what really makes me mad, because it's just misrepresenting what we know. I mean, ask any anthropologist, honestly, ask any anthropologist if they think that the human body is designed. Okay, it's not. If you look at a cursory understanding of the evolution of humans in particular, just looking at just sapiens, just looking at great apes, we can see the branches, we can see where we came from, and we can look back into history and find how we came about today. It wasn't from somebody just putting us here one day. That doesn't make any sense from all the evidence we've ever collected about people. But anyway, I'm ranting now. I'm not typically known for my rants, but I guess I'm ranting now. So anyway, I want to give Abdullah a chance to talk, because he decided to opt out on the last call. But do you have any thoughts on this? Because I know that the creationism stuff, the fine-tuning stuff, does come up with Islamic apologists, and I know that they make kind of the same points, but I don't know how much.
I think the Islamic apologists are a little bit behind the Christian apologists here. People like you, Ross, and William Lane Craig, they actually looked to them to see what they're saying, so they can say the same thing. So yeah, the Islamic apologetics is behind. And yeah, the last caller said it really well. Scott said it well, and please share what he said.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. Really fun times. Well, Scott, thanks for calling in. Thanks for letting me rant for a bit. I appreciate it. And you have a good rest of your night.